There are a lot of things that we may not be aware of that are happening around our church. We haven't put out a new list of community groups this year so far, but we'd just like to tell you some that are happening, and a lot of them which just seem to roll on and keep going and going. And there may be something there that you haven't heard about before. There may be something there that you feel that, oh yeah, that's something that I could be involved in and I would like to be part of. Okay, let's begin with the Fun and Fellowship Club. This is open to anybody who would like to be part of it, and it involves group outings by public transport, usually on a Thursday and once a month. And let's have a look at a couple of things that the Fun and Fellowship Club has done recently. The picture there that you see is Australia Day, when everyone was invited to Paul and Teresa's for a day of water sports and fun and fellowship. The lower picture is the Christmas meal that happened at the end of last year, that got together at a restaurant. This one was a train trip to Barrel to see the tulips, and there are some of the lovely ladies who enjoyed the tulips there on that day. And this event was to see Sculptures by the Sea. And it's just a very simple thing to do. Get together, pull out your Opal card, and it's a lovely day of fun and fellowship. Here is a new one. And look in the bulletin for the date for when this is going to be happening, but we've just called it Saturday Night Fun. It's going to happen here at the church once a month. We all eat together and then close Sabbath and then play table games or table tennis or anything that interests you. Feel free to bring different games that you might have to come along and share them with other people too. Tennis. If you love tennis, you're very welcome to come to Erina at 7:30 on Wednesdays and Fridays. We have a great time together there. This one may not be something that you could be involved in, but you may know some little children that you're related to or that you're friends with who might like to come along to the playgroup on Thursdays during school terms, 9:30 to 11:30. We have a band group which happens in the Dixon's garage, and if you enjoy playing music, you're very welcome to come along and be part of that group. Creative Corner happens on the first and third Sunday of every month here at the church. You just bring along any creative activity that you're involved in and do it together. And yeah. That's for those who are interested in arts and crafts and things like that. On the second Sabbath of the month after church, we have a little group that we call Food and Faith. We bring our own food, enjoy a meal together, and then after that, we simply read a chapter from the book Messiah and then chat about that. And it doesn't matter if you've never been before, you're very welcome to just bring your lunch on that day and join in with us. Then we have a Zoom book club that you can join on Thursdays at 7 p.m. But at the moment, we're reading a book called The Life You've Always Wanted And this is a fascinating book that we're really, really enjoying. The two photos are photos of the group that, after we finish each book, we always have a meal together at a restaurant somewhere. And those are a couple of those occasions. This is something that's really been a blessing to those who've been involved in this Zoom book club. If you're interested in the book, we do have it in our church library here. Prayer and Bible study group that happens at Batteau Bay at Betty's house on a Thursday afternoon. And you're very welcome to join that group. Something interesting that's going to be happening with that group is in the next little while, our church is going to be hosting quite a few Avondale students, and one of the requirements for their course of study is that they have to lead out in a small group. And so in this little group, that's what will be happening later on in a few weeks' time. So Andrew will be there most times probably, but some students will be there to lead out in that. And so you're very welcome to join in and look out for the announcement in the bulletin or from Andrew as to when that is going to be happening. And of course, there's always our prayer meeting here at church on a Wednesday morning. We always have a great time together, studying the Bible together. And lastly, the cooking classes happen every last Monday of the month, and Andrew's already talked about that today. This year we're using as a topic for our talks the theme Creation Health. So it's an acronym for the 8 different pillars of good health. And we only have a very small number of bookings for Monday night, so, there's plenty of room for anybody who would like to come along to that. And of course, there are other health things that are happening. At the moment, we are running online the course called Live More, and probably it's a bit late to join in with that, but there are other things that are happening right throughout the year, and keep your ears open for that. So there you go, there's just a few things happening behind the scenes during the week, and once again, you're very welcome to be part of any of those groups.